Good morning.
Oh, you couldn't have waited.
I couldn't have given you.
You couldn't have given
2
me
more seconds.
2 seconds.
Nope, it was crunch time. You
It
know
was-
what that means.
I was here. I was here. I wasn't late. Anyway, hi.
It is so cold.
It's very cold. It's very cold. I woke up and was like, oh, this is cold. And I turned the heat on immediately, and it's taking a while. But we're getting there.
Yeah.
Anyway, good morning. Hopefully none of you are as frigid as I am. Hopefully you're staying warm wherever you are. I've got a good combo here because I've got the black coffee and I've also got sweet, what is this called?
Cookie butter?
Cookie butter. Cookie butter. Anyway, I'll shiver a little bit, but then eventually it'll.
How cold was the house at?
It was 63 in the house.
Upstairs tends to get colder though because it's above the garage.
Correct.
So it has to be colder than 63.
Correct.
Up here.
And like the heat is on, but it's taking a while.
Do you want the cleaner?
Do you have it?
I do.
They're really bad. I don't realize. I don't realize how bad they are until I'm looking at bright lights.
Me neither.
Did you offer me the cloth and then use it yourself first?
Yes. Well, I was using you as an excuse to get it for myself. There you go.
Thank you for your tireless generosity.
I still got it for you.
Wonderful. Thank you. Okay, that's better. It's amazing how much that helps. Anyway, I'll talk about this in a minute. Why didn't you lick the lens first to help clean it? Oh. That was what I needed to do. I would ask how everyone's doing today, but I have a feeling I kind of know. Yesterday was exhausting.
Yeah.
For, probably most of you. Well, it was exhausting depending on how much you watched in the news. Everyone's on a range from, did something happen yesterday, to, I had a complete mental breakdown. So, someone's probably somewhere in there. So let me just say, yeah. We're on the same page. And this morning, let's do our best to step away from it as much as possible, because everyone, including us, God knows, needs a break. Let's talk about cereal mascots or 80s bands or literally anything. The first thing I'm going to talk to you about, though, is this mug, because I'm very excited about this mug. Do you guys see this mug? How well can you see this mug? Pretty well? I'm going to refocus this.
You could have grabbed the other thing that's larger.
No. I'm going to do that tomorrow.
Oh.
For now. Yeah, I have a plan.
Tomorrow? Oh, Friday.
Oh, my lord. I love static. Check that out.
It's dark, but yeah.
It is dark, but yes. There's not enough light, but that is the mug. Now let's see if I can nail this focus on the way back.
Can you?
That looks pretty good, I think. This is a new mug. And also by association, shirt and some other items that are available in the shop. StephenShop.com. We are going to be partnering with different artists who are already making fan art throughout the year in what we're calling our artist series. And we're going to be releasing a new piece of merch every 2 months, and then retiring it and moving to another artist with another piece of merch. So the very first piece comes to us courtesy of Ochi Brochi, who has made incredible stuff for many, many years. A lot of crunch art that we've shown like on Zelda streams, but also they've mailed us
watercolors and
over the years.
Love the mug.
And it's great. Yeah, Ochi is here. Love the mug. Yeah. It was created by a really great artist. So yeah, this is available now. They did this piece last year, and we loved it, and we decided that we wanted to have it in the store. So yeah. But this will be available for January and February. I also got a shirt that'll show off tomorrow, and whenever we roll around to March, we'll be reaching out to another artist, and there'll be some new design. So it's a cool idea. It's actually an idea that I've wanted to do for a long time, and 2021 just seemed like the year. So, but it's available now, and I'm excited that we get a chance to do that. Who are you, Nintendo? Okay, I need a piece of sweet bread.
To counteract the bitter coffee.
Yes. Yes. Okay.
Oh, this coffee is nice to hold. My hands are so cold. Is that good?
I mean, it's sugar.
Yeah, it's basically
It's
sugar.
pure sugar.
It's pure sugar.
So, it's very good. For those that are interested in participating, we'll reach out to you. Just make cool stuff. There's so many people that are already making cool stuff. Making cool stuff, they're posting on Twitter, and we've been showing it on Friday streams. My advice would be continue to hold on to your PSDs, you know, whatever your files are, to have your originals. That's helpful. And then also, you know, if you're not already working on a pretty big format, a pretty big canvas, maybe consider just working on a bigger canvas. Especially because for most people doing digital art, it doesn't matter like what size you're working on. So if you're not already working on something that would, you know, be conducive to shirts, whatever size that is, at 300 DPI, that's like 12 to 14 square inches. Pixels, it's like 4,000 square pixels, 5,000 square pixels. Work on a big canvas. That way, if we do reach out to you, like, hey, this thing is really cool, then it'll already be big. Things to keep in mind as we go forward. And I'll probably have a vlog talking about this soon.
Yeah.
But yeah, those things aren't like deal breakers, but like they certainly make things helpful. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, so now we have that design. And I'm very, very happy about it. One of the things I was, because I announced this in a Patreon video very recently. And one of the things I was so excited about, and the reason I like this plan, is that like I'm not an illustrator, you know. Like I have, I feel like I have a pretty good sense of design, and I can do graphic design, and a lot of the shirts are, you know, skewed that way. But if I want like illustration stuff, I'm like, I'm gonna have to like work with artists, because if I draw something, it's not gonna be great. So we'll just work with the folks that can draw good.
Yeah, I think our faces are blurry. The cameras are focused. This is the plane.
I focused to this.
There's a few people who've said that.
Oh. Were you leaning forward when I focused?
I wasn't trying to.
No, they're absolutely right. The plane of focus is like right here.
That's why I pointed it out.
Okay.
So you could fix it, because I knew if it went the whole stream and you found out later, you would not be happy about it.
It's true. Yeah, hold on. Let's give this a shot. Where did I put it?
Search.
I probably put it into one called camera. Yep.
Oh, there's Buddy. Is he cold?
Probably. What is this?
He
what?
is cold. Oh, sweetie.
Hold
Come
on.
here. Come here, Gippy. You can snuggle with me.
What does
Snuggle here.
this mean? There is no...
Come here, Gippy.
What?
He's fixing stuff. You have to pick a different lap.
Okay, I can't use the remote because something is clearly not right. So, instead, let me make sure I'm not going to static this thing again.
Come on. There you go. Hi, good morning.
Alright, look here and do not move past any particular plane. Okay.
Better?
That looks better to me.
Oh, you're so cold.
Working off of a very small screen.
You're so
How does
cold.
chat feel about the focus now? For everyone that's watching it at source and sees the focus real good. Look good? Cool. I wish that I could have just pulled out the remote and been like, beep, 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 beep.
Yeah.
It did not work. It did not work.
There you go, sweet
Cool.
kitty.
Anyway, don't lean back too much. Well, let's read some alerts. We got 17 months from Starlight Moon. It says, between the scenes sub because I never managed to wake up early for breakfast stream. Darn you, messed up sleep schedule. Hopefully, at some point in the future, you'll be here live and not between the scenes. 26 months from Josh A. Brom. We got 16 months from Howie Stone. It says, because it's 16, hello everyone. Question for Chaz. How does it feel holding all this power in the stream? And then for Stephen Amell, how's Kepi?
He cold.
He cold.
He's warming up, though.
He's getting there. It's
Yeah.
It's cold in the house. I always know how cold it is before I ever get out of the bed because of
How closely he's cuddled up to you.
Yeah, that's the nice way of saying what I was gonna say. I often sleep on my stomach, and I sleep on my stomach and my legs are spread just a little bit. And he, depending on how close he burrows to my warm zone, is how I know how cold it is before I ever get out of bed. And when I woke up this morning, I was like, oh, I can't move, and that's uncomfortable. And it was because it was very, very cold.
Poor buddy.
It's very sweet, but also very bad if you're trying to flip. Because, like, if you have to flip in the middle of the night and you wake up and he's, like, up there, the problem is you can't flip. So your options are either to, like, somehow reach behind you and pick him up, which is just a mess. Or what I usually do, like, completely
Scooch closer to the pillow.
Completely, like, get out of the bed up near where the pillow is and then turn around and then sink back down.
Kepler is...
I'm a good cat owner.
Kepler likes to sort of lay on your legs, too.
Sometimes,
Like,
yeah.
it's never just he's on the bed. It's like he's halfway on your leg.
He wants to be on you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Renee said you could
It's
sit there
fine.
and wait for the baby to move. Kepler does not move.
I mean, he prefers to remain motionless in time. Much to my chagrin. 30 bits from Randy B. 213 says, giving everyone some hugs because we all need one and some good vibes. Fair. I know I already said it earlier, but yes, good vibes to everyone today. Everyone needs a slightly better day. 3 New Bits from Shy is actually sitting down and eating breakfast during the start of breakfast stream. What a strange reality I've woken up to. Shout out to everyone eating breakfast. This is the time for it. Even if you live in another part of the world, make an egg. Even
if you want.
Even if you're about to go to bed. Have you had a soft-boiled egg before bed? It's great. It's a good snack. Satsy says, I just had leftover fries. That's fine. That counts as breakfast. It's a potato. People eat potatoes at breakfast. Right? The UK does. We have hash browns. We don't really do a whole lot of other potato stuff.
No. We have some potatoes we need to eat.
The UK does beans. And I like beans. I've never had them at breakfast time. And there's a part of me that really wants to like break open a can of, because we have like so many cans of baked beans. At some point, I'd like to do that.
I think the baked beans we make are a bit sweeter than what they do.
Really?
I think so.
I wouldn't be surprised because America loves sugar.
I had beans in Ireland with an English breakfast when they had the full English-Irish breakfast.
Yeah.
But I don't remember them being sweet like your mom makes them.
You say my mom makes them as if my mom is the person who makes the beans sweet, but it's...
No, she adds extra sugar and molasses and stuff.
Yeah, but beans in general are...
Quite sweet, yeah.
Yeah, they're sweet. If you get baked beans, they tend to be sweet here. 300 Bits from Sassy says, yesterday I'd made some steamed buns, followed the recipe, was very careful where I could be, and the buns are inedible.
Oh.
Good thing I didn't add filling. Long story short, it's Chinese leftovers for lunch, don't at me. I mean, sometimes you gotta fail to succeed. I mean, particularly on really hard things. Also, sometimes recipes are badly written. There's been, because, remember when I was following the packaging for those gyoza?
Yeah.
And they were turning out bad, and I was like,
yeah.
We found out it was our
skillet.
Mm-hmm. Because the packaging is assuming that you had a nonstick pan that was still nonstick, as opposed to ours, which was, you know,
very old.
Very old, and was now a stick skillet. And once we got a new skillet, it worked fine. I was like, oh. Cool. Oops, I'll stick.
Kippy's warming up. He's
Good.
Stretched out a little bit. Kepler update.
Thank you for the Kepler update.
This has been the
I
Kepler
appreciate
update
it.
on the 8.
I really, I appreciate the info on that. We got 11 months from Raven0765. Thank you. 2 months from Casey590. Also 11 months from Diddy Eggs, who says, final month of Mr. Game Boy's generous 6-month sub. Entered my final semester of civil engineering undergrad, and I'm working as a TA in a class I once took. Now, as a Clemson student that hikes, have either of you hiked a South Carolina mountain or any in the Blue Ridge?
Have you? I know I haven't, but we haven't done that as a couple.
I actually don't know. So I've been in the Blue Ridge Mountains.
Coffee.
I've hiked Wisconsin mountains.
But I don't think. But as far as like I hiked South Carolina, I don't think so. I've been hiking in like Tennessee or maybe Kentucky.
Didn't you go whitewater
Tennessee.
rafting in Tennessee?
In Tennessee, yeah, and that's where I would have done some hiking stuff. That sounds right. I know it probably people don't probably have me pegged as like the hiking guy, and I'm not like a hiking guy because some people are like they're hiking people. I'm not a hiking person, but I like it. It's fun. I like walking through the woods.
My family is. They don't do overnight long trips, where you have to, like, camp out or anything.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you were with us on the Arizona trip. They like to just go walk.
They do. Renee says, but you have boots. It's true. Once you have boots, you're a hiking guy. Shoot, I'm a hiking guy, I guess. I do.
Because you have Timberlands?
Yeah, I do. I have Timberlands. I'm ready for hiking. I would like to, at some point, you know. I don't want to do like we're hiking for eight hours or overnight or any.
Yeah.
I just, you know, am I willing to go like, you know, walk through the woods for
A couple hours?
a couple hours? Yes. That part is fun for me, so we'll see. We'll see what happens in the after times. We gotta find some other people that want to do that.
Yeah.
The only thing that, like, worries me about hiking stuff is, like, if you're far enough away from things and, you know, there's, I don't know, a bear, you gotta use special bear spray. Or a snake. If someone gets bit by a snake and you're like, shoot. Because if you get bit by a snake, like, you're not gonna die. But if you're on a trail and you have to get back to where the trail started, that's always really concerning to me. I'm like, Anyway. It's fine. It's fine. 3 into bits from a Wild M-Tan says, yesterday I watched what happened at the Capitol building live, just trying to watch C-SPAN like my political nerd self. Thank you for providing a necessary distraction from that, and stay safe, friends. Doing what we can. I saw that there were a lot of people that were grateful that we put up our vlog about there's balls in our yard, and I was like, that's the level of disorder I want in my life. I don't really want to go for much past that. We never found out where the balls came from, and we probably won't. But I do low-key think that our neighbor thinks they were our balls.
But they're not even close to our driveway. Like, the majority of them, they're close to their driveway. And they have kids.
Most people probably think no one lives here.
Oh, yeah. A lot of people think no one lives here.
We've had people walk past when we were outside and told us they didn't think anyone lived here. And I'm like, cool.
We've had a few people tell us welcome to the neighborhood.
Yeah. Oh,
And,
that's good. I love that one.
May is when we've been here 2 years?
Yeah. April
April, May?
or May. So, that's exciting. When they're like, oh, we didn't even know anyone lived there. Ta-da. 6 months from Ifar, who says, what? How's it been 6 months already? I started subbing at the beginning of Breath of the Wild and haven't caught up on streams because my girlfriend and I moved into a new apartment. Happy belated New Year to the whole community and greetings from the Netherlands. Well, greetings. Time passes quick. There's a lot of folks that it had like the same reaction once they hit 6 months. They're like, well, how did this happen? I hope you're enjoying the new apartment. Moving always kind of sucks, but once you're situated, I think it's fun to be in a new place. So, hopefully that's going pretty well. 3 to bits from Anorak Jesse. Good morning. For the first time in a while, I am watching breakfast stream at home on my TV instead of at work on my phone. Also Chick-fil-A. It's going to be a great day. How is production? Good? Pretty good? Today is the Pikmin finale. So anyone that's been watching Pikmin 3, been enjoying it, today is the last episode of the campaign. It's not the last episode of Pikmin.
Because we're doing the side stories and the missions.
Yeah, next week we start on the side stories. We have already we've already recorded some of that, and Mount and I.
We did it.
We did pretty good. I'm proud of us. I'm really proud of us. I'll leave it at that. But for all the troubles that we had occasionally during the campaign. I feel like we were learning stuff because in the side stories we ended up doing pretty good. Everyone's like, "Is Billy? Billy is alive," or at least someone that looks like him. And really, that's the same thing. 11 months from Shin Author says, "How has it been 11 months already? Guess time flies when it comes to months and years, but crawls when it comes to hours and days."
Yeah.
I mean, that's fair. That's a good way of putting it. Last year was the fastest year of my life. I mean, typically every year tends to be the fastest year, but like last year especially, it was just like zoom.
Oh, okay.
That's good. I was ready to just like move on to the next part. We got stuff from Demon Adam. Welcome. 12 months from Skull Pender says, 1 whole year. Congrats. Billy went to a farm upstate.
See, I like Magical Emma's idea. Billy's actually been hanging out in the Onion the whole time. See, he was the first Pikmin we found, so he gets to rule over all of them in the Onion.
He goes up.
He's like the Queen Ant.
Oh, man. I would love to see art of what the inside of the Onion looks like, and it's just like a club. It's just like a club. There's like a hot tub, and some of the Pikmin are like chilling, and it's like boom, boom, boom. And every once in a while, there's a little alarm that goes beep, whoop, and it comes up with like a number. It's like, we need 10 yellows and 2 reds. And then everyone's like looking at each other like, you go, you go. And they're all like checking.
You have a flower, go.
They're all checking. Yeah, that's how they figure it out. I love that. I love that. But Billy's up there. He never got the flower, so he's just chilling up here. He's like, I don't got no flower, I'm sorry. Because we have like hundreds of reds, right? So yeah, dog's playing poker, but it's Pikmin. Yeah. See, that's... Because what else are they doing in there? That's what they're doing. They're not just sitting around. Like, it's a DMV that doesn't play any music. So they're all just sitting there on chairs next to each other. It's completely silent. Every once in a while you hear like someone coughing, and then that's it. It's one extreme or the other. I refuse to believe there's anything between that. Anyway. 22 months from Penguin Frog, who says, it is 24 degrees Fahrenheit, or -4 Celsius here. That's cold.
Thomas.
That is very cold. I hope that you stay warm today.
It was 35 Fahrenheit this morning outside.
Yeah, it's a chilly morning. Oh man, it's driveway chat day.
It is.
Does it get...
Ooh, it's gonna be cold.
Oh, really?
It's gonna be 52 in the afternoon.
Oh, Jesus.
And then very quickly drop back down.
Ah. Okay. I mean, it's fine. I know people want to like talk. It's been a while. We've had like a few weeks off. So it's fine. We'll just do it and then we'll be like, it's
cold, go home.
It's cold, go home. Anyway. 23 months from Moist and Aeon says, morning, Stephen and Mel. The last 3 days, me and my parents have been busy in moving stuff to my new apartment that I got the keys to last Monday. Although not everything's done, I think we deserve a day to rest our sore bodies. Moving is hard. The problem with moving is that you use muscles that you don't normally move.
Uh-huh.
And when you do that, your body is mad. I mean, if you're like, I don't know, if you're someone that goes to the gym a lot, right? If you do that and you're always keeping the muscles moving, then you probably be all right. But otherwise, for most normal people, a moving day it just means that you're gonna hurt for a while because you're like, oh, I don't use these muscles. You only need like on a day-to-day basis, you need your butt for sitting.
Second floor, no elevator. Oh.
Yeah, you should rest. You should definitely rest. I mean, I've been there too, also. When I was, we were third floor. Yeah.
In college?
In college, we were third floor, no elevator. Was there an elevator? There had to have been, right? That's like...
No, we had... Well, some of my dorms were built in, like, the 40s and 50s.
Maybe some had an elevator, some didn't?
O House had an elevator.
Well, O House.
Used to be a hotel.
Yeah, it was a hotel. I don't know. Sab says, I got lucky that every apartment I lived in had an elevator. Size of a matchbox, but I lived on the 4th floor a lot.
The only dorm I had an elevator on was when I lived in the apartment dorm my last year.
Yeah.
Which was nice, because I was on the 4th floor then. But when I lived in all the other buildings, none of them have elevators at all. And I lived on 3rd floor, 3rd floor, 3rd floor, half floor, because it had like a half staircase up.
Half floor?
When I lived in...
Like, wait, you mean like the ground level half above that?
Yeah.
Was there stuff on the ground level?
No, it was like half in the basement.
Okay, whoa, sorry. You made it worse. There's a basement.
When I was... It was sophomore year of college.
Yeah.
So I was at Stevens Point. Like, when you went into the building, there was like 6 or 7 steps up to the lobby, or you could take 6 or 7 steps down to the basement.
Okay. But nothing on ground.
No.
So, my question is...
So if this was ground, my room was like here.
My question is, what did they refer to your floor as?
1.
1, okay. Because you said half. No...
It's a half up from ground.
I know, but no self-respecting building is going to be like, go to floor half. No, you're staying, this evening, Mr. Johnson, you're staying on floor 2.5. Like, just cut out the halves and we'll call it a day. We got 500 bits from Spark Strike with the Kepler surprise star rain. He's
stretched out. I covered him a little bit with my robe, and I think it helped. Oh, he's stretching. My feet are falling asleep, though.
But you can't move because it
I
would
can't.
inconvenience the cat. Fair. Completely fair. How would you classify floors in a split-level home?
Like Haley's parents. Because, like, their kitchen and living room is straight in from the front door.
So, like, floor, and then stairs go up, and it's, like, floor, and then floor on the side?
Well, Haley's parents have, like, the main floor, and then they have, like, some bedrooms, and then they have, like a den office, and then they have, like, another down here. So it's like if you took
Let's do whole
a 2-story
numbers.
house and, like, split them by...
Whole numbers. Whole numbers to whatever makes sense. The house isn't that tall, but it's got 4 floors. Done. Seems fine. 500 bits from Cobalt, who says, good morning, grandparents. Starting my birthday off with a breakfast that is also being streamed. I don't think that'll happen again until 2025. Hope the both of you and everyone in chat is having a fun and safe day. Happy birthday. Hope you do something for you. Do something for you. Which I think you should always do like once a week, but then especially on your birthday, do like 2 things for you. Also 300 from Cobalt says, also clown. 10 months from Ice and Fire, who says, how about the gaming console that's also a toaster? Is that different than the KF console? I can't keep track of all of the marketing stunts that people are pulling. Because I saw the one that keeps your chicken crispy from KFC.
Gippy. My foot's asleep.
But I don't remember one that's a toaster. There's just too much... There's too many people doing too many things. Tweet me a picture of it if it's not the KF console. Penguin Frog says, that's good advice. Do something for yourself every week. I did that last night buying myself a cute gingerbread piglet pan. Yeah, you gotta do something for yourself every week. That's my recommendation. What and like maybe that's on the weekend, maybe like you have a day off on Saturday or Sunday and you're like, that's the day I'm gonna do something for myself. I think it's good. Whether it's like buying yourself something or like making yourself a nice meal or a dessert or having a special drink or, you know, saying I'm gonna take time and like watch a movie or something like that. Something that is...
Have a nice bath.
Yeah. You know, something that's special, that feels special within the context of a normal week, is good. Is really good. I think, like, it's already a good plan, but like 2020 taught me, I was like, that did more of this. Yeah, sometimes twice a week. 24 months, A, from Vegetable Sorbet. 24 months, 2 years, blimey. Congrats. 26 months from Arian661. I know you guys said The Witcher 3 is too long to LP, but I want to talk about the main plot because it's like Taken, where Gandalf of Libya has a daughter named Ciri, and he has to go all over the world looking for her and screaming, "Hey Ciri, call John." Call John.
Just to confirm, you'd like to call John Tiano.
You activated my watch. I saw that coming because I read through it faster than you were speaking it, and I was like, well, it never activates mine.
My phone's in my pocket. And I don't have Siri activated for my computer. Just so you know, this will never work for me on a breakfast stream. Ever. Although sometimes I do have my phone out of my pocket, I guess. But not today!
But it set off mine.
It is weird.
Because it normally
does not do that. Your watch must not know your voice is good.
It's the same.
You'd think it's the same. It's clearly not. Because we did a thing once where we had each other's phones and we were trying to get it to activate and it just would not work. We were changing our voices. We were like, "Hey Sarah," and it still wouldn't do it. But of course, the one time I'm not even attempting, Mouse Watch is like, "What's that? Okay, yeah, I can do that." Anyway, 300 bits from Darkest Bride. Today is my birthday, and I took off of work to enjoy my day, to be able to enjoy it with my favorite grandparents, even though I'm older than them. That's okay. Age is irrelevant. It's in your age is in your heart. Also, happy birthday. Quite a few people having a birthday today. Hope your day goes well. Again, do something for you. 300 bits of Kazuyume. Is T going to break 3,000 first? I don't know where we at. Exactly on 3,000.
It did.
As I read that, I looked down. I was like, and it is. Okay, well, man, you realize how fast that was though, because Coffee was the first to 2,000.
Yeah.
And that was not that long ago. And now we're already to 3,000, and T beat it. T's been in the lead for forever, though. There was a concentrated effort from, you know, the coffee folks. Anyway, as a reminder to everyone, it is in fact the year of T, because T was in the lead as we entered into the new year.
How come Thomas's name changes colors?
It's Channel Points Redemption.
But his name is a different color.
It's Channel Points Redemption. It's different colored when there are channel points being redeemed.
Okay.
Everyone's name does that. Every single person's name does that.
Okay.
It's alright. You learned something today. Because, like, Cobalt's name?
Uh-huh.
Cobalt's name's also yellow.
Mm-hmm.
And Cobalt's name becomes that darker color.
Uh-huh.
But it happens to everybody. It's just more noticeable on, like, yellow. Like Satsy's name is orange,
Uh-huh.
and Satsy's name becomes like a darker brown. Also, keep in mind that because it depends largely on like what browser device that you're looking at, it could be completely different for everyone. Because like on our screen, that's what it does. Everyone like
I just saw Satsy's other message, and I see that now.
See how it's different?
Yeah, but I think it was just the yellow specifically, so that I was noticing.
Yeah, yellow is super noticeable, so it throws you off. It's something that I realized a few weeks ago because I thought I was losing my mind. I was like, that's not Thomas's color. But yeah, that's what it is. So it's the color stays the same. It just it's like a shade.
Yeah.
It's like a shade of that color. Mr. Mayor says, when are colors assigned, and do we get a say in what it is? You can change your own color.
If you're on web, it's somewhere down by the chat stuff.
Yeah, it's possible. If folks didn't know that you can change the color of your name, you can change your own color. It's true. That is something that you control, not us. Anyway. Hey! Demon Adam. Sent out 10 gift subs. I appreciate that. Let me tell you where they went. Entei70, Amigami, Dragu, Itzuver, Nanvi, Ludwig Vander Hausensleuth. It's a mouthful. Overdone Potato Bun, Cinderol, Exit, and Cyndaquil and Dunsparce. Demon Adam, thank you. Appreciate that morning milk. Also, folks are now learning for the first time that they can change their colors.
Mm-hmm. And now we're gonna have to memorize new colors.
You do. There is some level of association that you form.
Yeah.
You really do. I mean, I can't speak for every streamer, but I feel like they would agree. Mm-hmm. Because you get used to someone being a certain color, and in your brain, it's like you're quick sorting sometimes. Like you'll see someone, you'll see a color, and your brain instantly, before you've even read the text, has decided it's one of like a certain amount of people. So you're already like, oh, that's, you know. And it also means that if, for example, like Thomas's color is yellow, I know that if I see yellow go by, I'm like, oh, that might be, you know, Thomas's name. Mm-hmm. It's so yeah, you feel free to change your color, especially if you didn't know up to this point that you can change it. I think that should, you know, it's a customization thing. That being said, once you've decided on a color, it's beneficial to the streamer if you're like, this will be the color I stick with. Also, do they still allow you to make the color like black or white? I don't know if they still do that or not. If they do, don't choose those. It's my one piece of advice. Tom says, yeah, don't do that. That's the one piece of advice I would offer if you're going to be on Twitch and chatting. Kazi says, I already have. Is that black, though? That's gray.
No, that's gray.
Okay. If they let you go darker than that, don't
They
do it.
do, because I've seen it before.
Yeah. If you use black or white, that's a pretty surefire way that the streamer is very infrequently, if ever, going to interact with your specific message. Because they will not be able to read your name. Because we have our chat window, the background is black. So if someone's name was white, we could read it. But if it was black, there'd be no way to read it. So yeah, we use. See, Mike asked, are we a light mode or dark mode? So it's dark mode on Twitch, but like, am I like a light or dark mode person across all devices? I'm not. And me and you are very different on it too, because I came downstairs the other day and you're using light mode on your messages.
Yes.
And it's so different, because I use dark mode on mine, and like it looked like a different application. I was like, what is that? like messages, and I'm like, but on my phone, light mode.
My desktop Twitch, not Twitch, Twitter, whenever I open it, every once in a while it's in dark mode and I have to go take it out of that. Like, every 3 days, it's just there. And I'm like, oh, again?
Zach says light mode Discord. I cannot use light mode Discord. I just cannot do it. I just can't. I have dark mode on for most things.
We need a purple pain Discord theme.
I have dark mode on for most things, but I have my phone is in light mode. And when I change it to dark mode, I'm like, nah, this is wrong. This isn't the way. Something's just not right. I don't know. Maybe it's because iOS has just been light mode for so long. I'm like, no, something doesn't look right. But yeah, dark mode for most everything else. And like they updated Final Cut a few years ago where like everything is dark by default, which is good because you want to reduce eye strain when you're just staring at colors all the time. I'm surprised at the amount of folks that have used light mode Discord though.
I have some things I feel maybe it's just on my desktop that things change automatically at a certain time. I don't know.
For the background?
It's not just the background. I thought it was more than that, but I'll have to go look.
Maybe. I don't have Big Sur.
Yeah.
Big Sur does all sorts of extra stuff.
You almost done with that?
You can have a bite. Or more if you want. I mean, that's fine. It's good.
It's so sweet. Oh my god.
I mean, yeah, it's cookie butter. It's made of cookies. It's made of cookies. Well, I'm sorry you've had a bad experience with Big Sur, Colin. A lot of it seems to depend on hardware specifically. Because I've read some really bad experiences like for very specific pieces of hardware. Mal moved to Big Sur and she's been fine. Mm-hmm. I could probably move to it without any issues. I just haven't bothered yet. Not sure about the MacBook, but I'll get to that soon.
Sure.
I will. Oh, that's not good. Colin says MacBook 2016 has been having a ton of problems. That's exciting because that's the year of mine. It's fine. Probably 18 months from Diamond Luxury. That's a OnePlus. Thank you. 200 bits from a Good Way Game Leaked. 420 from Jesse who says, I forget if this is a secret alert or not. Either way, a recommendation. I recently tried a Reuben dip, a remaining of the classic Reuben sandwich. Highly recommended.
Is that like a French dip, but Reuben stuff?
I guess, yeah. I've never had a Reuben dip. Demon Clown. I also haven't had many Reubens.
Yeah.
It's not like I don't dislike Reubens, but they're not terribly high on my sandwich list.
You know what's high on your sandwich list?
Is this a plug for your Christmas gift again?
I'm just really excited.
Yeah, I'm with Renee. It's sauerkraut. I don't hate sauerkraut. If it's on something, I'll eat it. But it's not. I don't go out of my way to seek it out.
Yeah.
Basically. What is that sandwich? What's that sandwich that we really, really loved at that New York deli that was in North Myrtle Beach?
Oh.
It's called like
Give me a second.
the manager's sandwich or something. I don't know. Sandwich stuff should be here, I think,
next Wednesday.
Yeah. No, it's not Cuban. Although Cuban is one of my favorite sandwiches. But also of course it would be, right? Because it's got pickles and mustard and ham. Like those are some of my favorite things.
Oh, they changed their name.
They changed their name.
Mm-hmm.
Coffee.
It's the same place. They just changed their name because I think there was another one with the same name that was different.
Oh, well. Mal, see if she can figure it out. Anyway, sandwiches are great.
This was it.
Oh, the Montauk.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Montauk. Honey maple turkey, melted Havarti, sliced tomato, creamy coleslaw, topped with Russian dressing on toasted sourdough. That is a good sandwich. It is a very good sandwich. Which one was I thinking of that had like the... I thought the name of it was like the... Okay. That is the sandwich. I thought it was called something else.
Well, on the menu board it says the Montauk Manager Special.
Oh, is
Manager
that why?
Favorite.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, obviously we haven't been in there in a while, but man, that's a
Yeah.
that's a good sandwich. I don't know. I don't know if other people can like, you know, relate to having like sandwiches. It's standard fare, it's standard food fare. But every once in a while, you get a sandwich and you're eating and you're going, this is a good sandwich. Like it like elevates your experience with the food to a different level, and you're like telling other people at the table about it. Like this is a good sandwich, and they're like, okay, and they're eating like, you know, cold cut stuff, whatever. Okay, and you're like, no, you don't understand. Like this is a really good sandwich. It's true. I like experiencing good sandwiches, and every once in a while, it, you know, there's like, oh, that's a good sandwich, and then there's like, this is a good sandwich. I've been lucky enough in my life to experience that several times, and it's really great. 7 months from the Katalia, who says, still in shock over yesterday, but still hoping for a better 2021. I think it's coming. 30 bits from Peach Kane, who says, asking good vibes for an interview tomorrow. I've been trying to career transition since just before the during times, and it's been obviously difficult. Even if I don't advance, I want to send support out to those also trying in this really tough time. You're not alone. Thanks, Peach Keen.
Good vibes.
Good vibes to you, and then I think that's a really good message of solidarity to anyone else who's in the exact same position. And like certainly we've seen that position a lot over the last few months because we've had people time and time again asking for good vibes, very specifically for job interviews. So I hope they work. I hope they work out for you. We got 4 months from NJ Chef, who says, thanks for being a bright spot in these stressful times. Appreciate it. 300 from Shy, who says, my family once took a trip to Glacier National Park. On a short ferry across the lake, the ferryman told a story of a woman who thought bear spray meant bear repellent and proceeded to mace her children. Woo! 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 Sorry, I went full Ric Flair on that one. Yikes. I mean, like, there's always, so trying to be fair to this woman, there's always something, right? There's always something that is relatively well known that you specifically don't know. I think everyone's got something like that. It's just really unfortunate if the thing that you don't know is about macing your kids. Like Colin says, there's bug spray and it repels bugs. That is actually a fair, you know, that's a reasonable line of logic. It's just, again, it's unfortunate if the one thing that you don't know about is that, because that's not great.
Always read containers.
Yeah, that's probably... But is it a reasonable line of thought? It's not that unreasonable.
Yeah.
Colin says, I'm not saying it's excusable, but it is explainable. Yeah, it is. It's true. There's bugs. Oh, bug spray. There's bears. Bear spray.
Don't.
Fortunately, the thing that I didn't know that everyone was like, "Are you serious?" Just involved bread, and didn't involve, bears. It's all right. I'm sure it was. I'm sure it was a lesson quickly learned. Quickly learned. I'm sure there was a long conversation after that. Learning bits from Ryan, who says, "It just occurred to me the onion in Pikmin uses the same technology as a Pokeball. After all, how can that many Pikmin exist in a space that small?" It's true. It's Honey, I Shrunk the Kids technology. That's the technology on display there. 28 months from JCJX. Stephen Mao has become part of my life. Today I heard Dust in the Wind. The Shrine Monks appeared in my mind. I subconsciously started looking for Stephen Mao, yet at the same time, another part of my brain thinks, but door is locked. It's alright, we don't break into homes. Only Thomas. Only Thomas. 12 months from Joe Dre. Starting off the year right with 12 months. Can't wait to see what the new year brings. Me too. Me too. I'm excited to see what new projects and stuff we'll be jumping off of. Mm-hmm. I also loaded up... I'm in the process of working on the next 2018 vlog.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just dash cam footage. Like, it's basically entirely dash cam footage.
I mean, that's all we did that day.
I know. And I'm like, oh, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with all of this.
I very
Still
vividly
deciding.
remember leaving late, driving all day, taking the Jersey Turnpike at, like, midnight, and getting to the hotel at, like, 2 or something.
I'm gonna figure out exactly what I want to do with it. I'm not sure. I know in the past we did a video where, like, we drove from here to Wisconsin, and we showed... It was the whole thing, time-lapse down. So it was 18 hours time-lapse down. I think it was 18 hours and 18 minutes. And I showed, like, a little map in the corner of where we were. The problem was, there's no map data in that video footage.
You would have to...
So I created that map data, and it wasn't accurate. It was as close as I could reasonably get it. And the problem was, people watched that video, and they would pause it on a thing they saw, and they'd look at the map, and they would leave comments, and they were like, that isn't right. And I'm like, I know, it's it's an approximation. Because in order to do that, you make your thing, you set your starting point and your end point, and then you're having the thing animate, and then the best you can do is choose different points where it's right, and then set it. Which means everything between those points is like, who knows? So we had the roads right.
Yeah.
It's just, if you pause at any particular point, people are pausing and be like, it says that you're in this city, but you're not. And I'm like, I know.
The timing of the time-lapse because of stops and stuff is not the same as the map, which is just like a start-go.
There are dash cams that contain GPS map data.
Yeah.
And it's possible to actually turn that into something that animate. Like, that's possible, but I do not have that. Would that be cool for whatever the next dash cam is? I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
But our current car doesn't love a dash cam. It's got because the car is smart, and it has cameras that, like, watch the road and stuff. You don't have access to those cameras. You can't pull footage off of those. But it uses the windshield to, like, do that. So you can't put anything in the windshield. So if we were going to do a dash cam in this car, I think it would have to go on the bottom, like the whatever you call that.
The dash?
Yes. Oh my goodness. Dash cam. Anyway, it's probably not impossible, but it's something I haven't bothered because we haven't driven the car.
The other thing is when you do it the way you did do it, because you didn't have GPS data, like, you're just kind of generally like, oh, we're going to Milwaukee, but that's not, like, exactly where we are. Because, like...
Yeah. It's... Anyway, the point is, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with this vlog. It might just be like cuts in time to the music, as opposed to watch us drive to New Jersey. Kaze gifted a sub to TOG Phil. Kaze, thank you. 4 months from Alvis Darklaw. 400 from Gamer Girl, who says, "Morning, Stephen and Mal. Yesterday was my dad's birthday. Can everyone wish him a happy birthday? I probably won't be on long because I'm gonna clean. Happy birthday, Gamer Girl's dad.
Happy birthday.
I hope his day was good, and that he did something for himself. I'm gonna keep pushing that." We got 300 bits from Adrian. Says, "I got my first coffee grinder. Looking forward to trying that. Also picked up the card game Flux. I know y'all play a lot of board/card games. I was curious if you played that one." Yeah, we've actually owned Flux for many, many, many years.
Longer than most of our other games.
Yeah, Flux was probably one of the... I think it was one of the first card games we bought.
We bought it after we played it in Gatlinburg.
And
that was when we got engaged.
Yeah.
So.
We bought that before we got married,
yeah.
Actually. It's fun. It's fun. It gets really ridiculous really quick. It is possible to win that game on turn 1. Like, it is possible to have an opening hand that allows you to win the game.
Yep.
And it's very entertaining when that happens. If you like that game, there's also a game called, we didn't playtest this at all. It's kind of a similar vibe.
Mm-hmm.
So you probably like that too. I've got 300 bits from Demon Adam. It says, "Hello, peoples. I found you from Tom's Custom Smash Rounds, and now I regularly have the Morning Mario playlist on in the background, and you always make me giggle." I mean, I'm glad that you discovered us. Welcome. It's fun to do stuff on, other people's channels, because you do end up with this sort of what do they call it? Cross promotion? The first word I came up with was synergy. You create the synergy. That's what we were trying to do. Me and Tom were trying to synergize. And then, of course, Tom also appears quite regularly in Stephen and Friends.
Yep.
So there's
and there's
that.
Disc Only. You're both in that.
That's right, yeah. And I've appeared on Runaway Guys doing stuff with John. The only person I really haven't done stuff with is Jared.
Yeah.
Also, I really don't actually know Jared almost at all. For
he started going to conventions after we stopped.
Is that it?
And I know that, TRG people will hang out at conventions. So, we stopped going and he started going, so we didn't get a chance to hang out with him.
The first time I ever met him I think, was at TRG Coliseum 2019.
Yeah.
And
and I'm really looking forward to the next one when we can hang out again.
And it's not that we disliked each other, but we didn't really talk a whole lot.
Yeah. There's a lot going on.
Partially because there's a lot happening nonstop, and there's 30 people in that house. But we have a fair bit in common. We're both South Carolinians, and that's funny that on the podcast, where one person is Canadian,
there's 2 people from the same state.
There's 2 people from the same state. So, yeah, I think we'll get to know each other better as time goes on. We have gotten to know each other better since doing the podcast, because we're always talking before and after the podcast. Mm-hmm. And we've, we're learning a little bit more about each other. Can't wait to drum with him. I could probably keep just a normal. You have to really extreme rhythm to do drumming.
Yeah.
It's the band is relying on you. Do not fail. 6 months from Jithy Picard. It's been 6 months. How did this happen? My last day at my old job was January 2nd. I can now share that my new PT job is as a cashier at Publix. Thanks, chat, for all the good vibes during the transition. Nice. I hope you enjoy your new job.
Yeah.
Hopefully that goes well. we've always enjoyed Publix, you know, compared to a lot of the other grocery stores around here. It's always been one I really like. 8 months from Eagle Luke, who says, so Disco only brought up that Skyrim crowd control exists and the 10th anniversary of Skyrim is in November. Just gonna leave this thought here. You're not the first person to think of it. The other person is me. No promises, but I do like the idea. I do think it could be, that sort of thing could be fun. And it doesn't even necessarily have to be crowd control, but yeah, the idea that the 10th anniversary of Skyrim's coming up. You know, I have a connection to that game. Skyrim, and yeah. If anyone hasn't seen that, we did Stephen and Friends Skyrim. I don't have to explain any other part of that. We did Stephen and Friends Skyrim. If you haven't seen it, you should. It's great. It's Skyrim. It's definitely Skyrim. And you know, how many of us are there? Like 6 or 8 or something? I think it's like 2 hours long. Words his name says, oh, how did I miss that? No one say a word. Go to Stephen Plays. Go to Stephen Plays. Type in, you could probably just type in Skyrim. It'll probably show up because it was recent. Yeah. Or you could type Stephen and Friends Skyrim. It's in the Stephen and Friends list. Just, it's very long. It's great. I love it.
Coffee!
It may not be exactly what you're expecting, but I guarantee you it's Skyrim, and I guarantee you it's Stephen and Friends. Chaz loved that idea. In the world where sometimes I come up with ideas and Chaz is like, no. Chaz was like, okay, this was really good. I was like, I know, this is good. 25 months from Unbent Reagent, who said, hey, that's a long time. Y'all really made 2020 a lot easier to get through. Appreciate you both. I mean, I appreciate that compliment, and then also I appreciate all of you, because all of you made it a lot easier to get through, too. It was nice to know that a few times a week I was going to be getting a chance to have some social interaction, play games, and just kind of step away from the outside world for a little bit, so. Yeah. Last year was,
Yeah.
And the beginning of this year is going to be, but it'll get better. And in the meantime, we'll, you know, Mao and I will be there to try and make it go from to 15 months from vaccinated Cujo. Good morning. 15 months in recent times, like 3 years, right? I'm now adding having to get used to a new phone to the life stuffs. Oh, good luck. Shouldn't be a terrible, terrible transition, right?
Hopefully.
I guess it depends. If you're moving from one OS to the other, I feel like that could be a bit of a headache.
Yeah.
I've never really used Android.
I did for a year.
2 years, I think.
2?
Yeah.
That phone always got so hot.
It was a hot phone. Good for the cold months. When you're cold, just use your phone a little bit and then just hold it to your skin. Danny gifted a sub to Jaboka. Thank you, Danny. Get 300 bits from DC Racer. He says, one last call for good vibes as I studied 12 hours yesterday for my Transport Phenomena exam today. The test is 3 questions, 3 hours.
Ooh.
Oh my god. Yeah, good vibes. Holy crap. That's a lot of studying.
Yeah.
That's also a really extreme test. 3 hours, 3 questions.
Mm-hmm.
3 hours, 3 questions sounds like the name of like a drama, like a film. 3 hours, 3 questions.
There's an art education certification test that I did not have to take. Some states do. Mm-hmm. It was not as study intensive as I'm sure your test is, DC Racer.
Yeah.
But it was, you have 3 questions and it's draw a box in 1 point, 2 point, and 3 point perspective. And I'm like, some states are like, yes, all art teachers should know this. We must prove it.
I mean, also knowing how to do perspective seems important.
It is, but to test that
Sure.
on like a state exam.
I mean, yeah. I actually remember learning. I remember not grasping perspective well in the classroom, and then being on a Skype call with some of my friends, one of which who was an artist, and like explained to me. I'm gonna throw out this name because
Some people know.
there's a few people. I mean, very few, but it'll be fun for them. I forgot their name. Oswald. Like I had it on the tip of my tongue, and then it was like who? Oswald, artist, person I know. They helped me like figure out perspective. Yeah, that was literally for Armored Frog and Satsy. You're welcome. Yeah, it's they literally helped me like grasp perspective. That being said, could I do 3-point perspective now?
Every line goes to a vanishing
Every
point.
line goes to a vanishing point. I know. It'd take me a minute. I would have to sit down and be like, yeah. You have to learn perspective or you can't frickin' draw a hallway, man. Your hallway will look wonky. It'll look wonky. 300 bits from Smashing Crossum, who says, Eminem, Mom Spaghetti. 300 bits from Waste and Aeon, who says, outside of what happened yesterday in the U.S., I kind of want to bring attention to something that's been a lot less on the news, and that's the current earthquakes that are happening in Croatia the last week. Thousands are currently without a home, and there's a GoFundMe page for those who want to donate for the cause. That sort of thing is another example of like when there's some big news happening, sometimes other news that would under any other circumstances be literally as big because it's like not quite as big ends up getting completely overshadowed. This is stuff that I've seen happen, before in the same sort of scenario where it would have been a huge thing and there's this other thing that's like suddenly like burp, and then everything gets overshadowed. So yeah, drawing attention to that is good. And yeah, I'm sure that there's probably lots of different ways to assist those people. It's good to draw attention to some of these issues. We got 17 months from Twitchy Toes, who says, good vibes for chat. Happy New Year, everyone. Happy New Year. This is, in fact, the second breakfast stream.
I know that.
When I went to update the go live message, it said first breakfast stream of the year, so I changed first to second. And
How long are you going to do
There's
that?
a part of me. There's a part of me that's like, what if I just only change this to say like third, fourth? The problem is I'll have to change it for tomorrow. And then on Tuesday, I'll forget. I'll forget all about it. I won't write it again. 500 bits from Adrian with the good vibe star rating. Thank you, Adrian. 300 from Goldmage. Well, cast design is based on a parrot. Sand seals in Breath of the Wild seem not to be based on seals, but on walruses. I guess sand walrus wasn't as fun to say. Yeah, they really went for that alliteration.
Yeah.
It kind of makes me wonder if the Japanese version does that, because I'm sure the alliteration is not the same. So I wonder if in the Japanese version of Breath of the Wild they call them walruses, because they're walruses. Like,
yeah.
They're pretty clearly walruses, right? So, huh? Yes. Satsy says, "Have you heard the NPCs use me technology?" Yes. And it makes sense, doesn't it? Like, once it's one of those things that you would have never thought about on your own. Once you hear it, you're like, that makes a lot of sense.
And you see a comparison.
You're like, why wouldn't they have something, quickly in game that they can make NPCs look like however they want, right?
Or randomize it to make a bunch of different ones.
Yeah. Yeah. So, that makes a lot of sense. 300 bits from Princess Pika says, good morning, grandparents. Long time no see. Took a long break after February, but I'm now finally caught up again, and I finished the journey. Also just got 2 StephenVlog keychains to celebrate. Oh, cool.
Cool.
And congrats. The journey is long now.
Yep.
It is very, very long. Short of the stuff that's missing in 2018. Today is day 4061? Maybe 4062? One of those. There's a few to watch. There's a few to watch. Trina from Goldmage says, "Oh, okay, Skyrim is great, but the result after Skyrim is the best. Stephen and Friends game, Dog." Shout out to Dog. Dog is one of the best thumbnails I've ever made. So
I don't remember the thumbnail.
Oh, it's great. It's got Swanky Kong.
Oh yeah. Okay.
It's got Swanky Kong. Decoy choices. Isn't there a Dog 2? Dog 2 is legend.
We all ate a lot of cheese.
I think Chaz took a look at it and was like, "This game is unbeatable," because like we would have to drastically alter the board.
Yeah.
In order to actually beat Dog 2. Dog 2 is created in such a way where like it's infinite, like it doesn't end. Which is a concern because that game would need to end. Princess Peak also gives us up to Mud Crabs. Go Seattle. Hey, and on that note, let's roll beans. I haven't rolled them, but I just finished alerts, and I think it's a good time to roll beans. Shout out to patrons. Appreciate your support throughout last year and then also this year. If you'd like to learn more, there's links. And also, if you want to watch Dog, Noah's got the link for Dog. I don't remember it that well. I just remember
Eating cheese.
That's right. We had to eat cheese.
And we made up the rules. We were playing where like every time you have to have cheese, you have to get a different cheese. And enough of us had enough different types of cheese that worked.
So anyway, yeah, there's that. There's that. I wonder how many cheese squares are in Dog 2. You know, we could make a game for tabletop.
No one's stopping us.
Well, I'm just saying, like, tabletop
except
sim.
Chaz.
Yeah, tabletop sim is literally just a JPEG. Like, like you can make something in Photoshop.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And then you bring it in, and that's it. That's it. You can make pieces, and that's the game.
Correct.
There's nothing stopping us from making our own game, other than the fact that it would take a lot of time. It would just take a little bit to actually do it. But it's not a terrible idea. If I made a game, every space would be eating cheese.
Right now we have enough.
Yeah, we have excess cheese right now because it was the holidays, and my mom had cheese.
My mom sent cheese.
Yeah, my mom had cheese that was supposed to be for Christmas that we didn't eat.
Uh-huh.
We never got around to it because there's
so much other food.
So much stuff to eat. So she gave us that cheese. Her mom sent us cheese.
Yeah.
And then also I got cheese for Christmas. And now we just have an astronomical amount of cheese.
Yeah.
And, you know, I like cheese, but it's just a lot. It's just a lot of cheese. We're working on it, but it's going to take a while. We just have to eat it slowly enough that it doesn't cause bad things. 2 months from Box de la Box. Thank you. On your way to a plus. We're starting to give we give Kep a little piece of. I actually get that on video.
Yeah.
That's a part of a recent vlog.
He does not like people food though.
He still doesn't.
No.
He really doesn't. But he'll eat a small piece of cheese.
Yeah.
And that's it. But he's never begged.
No.
Probably because we've never given it to him. That being said, Sagan begged and we never gave it to him. But Sagan knew. Sagan was like, "This is good stuff. I know what you guys are eating. You can't hide this from me." It's been so interesting because, like, even after we're finished cooking, if we baked something, right, and we have the tray out,
yeah,
like, we can clean that up the next day. Like if we
wanted,
if we want, like, and Kep just doesn't get on the counters.
2 days ago, you fed Kepler the wet food, and you accidentally left the can out And then I came in like 20 minutes later to the kitchen and saw it and put
And-
it away. And Kepler hadn't touched it. Sagan would have been up there and it would have been gone.
Yep.
Because that had happened.
Yep. We learned not to do that. And Kep's like, it's fine.
Whatever. Can I have a scoop?
Facebook asks, are we doing fan favorites for 2020? We are. At this point, if you haven't submitted a fan favorite, you have time, but you should do it
Real soon.
pretty soon. Like in the next few days, submit it if you have one that you really want to submit. Because we're gonna start working on it. The goal is to try and get it out. Hopefully in January. We'll see if we achieve that. It will not be in June. I think 2019's came out in like June. It will not come out in June. It will come out in...
Before June?
It will come out before June. I'm hoping for January, February at the latest. And if it comes out in February, that's only because it would have taken me a while to give it to Dan or something. Smashing Crossing says breakfast stream is a separate one. Yeah, it wasn't actually planned for that to happen last year. It's just there were so many
ones that you could do one of each.
Yeah, it was so I think there was 40 minutes of material. And because there was that much, it was like, well, there's no reason to pad out
the
normal
or cut
one.
out stuff that would have been good.
Yeah, it made more sense to just make a separate thing. I can almost guarantee you that'll happen again because, like, I think that there was funny stuff that happened on Breakfast Stream in 2020. As long as people send it in.
Yeah.
If they didn't send it in, then like all bets are off. It's because it's a spreadsheet of like all of the stuff. If there's nothing in there and we can't make a video out of it, then it's like, well, it's then who knows? Who knows?
You're not done with your coffee yet?
There's a little bit in there. Did you want me to make you one? Is that okay? It's fine. Sachi says, should we be keeping timestamps all year to be safe? Well, ideally, if something funny happens, then you just go straight to the page and you're like, hey. But that's harder if you're watching on Twitch, right? Because the timestamps correspond to YouTube. So there's not a good situation for people that watch live.
Yeah.
I don't have a good plan. I don't. I wish I did. We could essentially just dump all of the clips and then make something out of that, I guess. It's not impossible. But it's easier to do it the way we have it set up. Basically. And that's the other thing. There's repeat clips. I don't want Dan to lose his mind, because Dan's the one that puts together the favorites videos now. And if I just handed him like a folder of like, 2,000 videos, and there was like lots of repeats and they're out of order, I do think that he might lose his mind, which is another reason to keep doing it the way we're doing it. So that's true. Anyway, let's talk about the things that are happening today.
It's Thursday.
It is Thursday. If you missed it at the beginning, I will mention that.
That was at the beginning.
I was going to say, today is the Pikmin 3 campaign finale. There will be more Pikmin. There will be more Pikmin next week. And it's also, like, the side story stuff it's mission mode, but there's lore.
Yeah.
Like, there's lore that corresponds to the story of Pikmin and Pikmin 3 and Olimar and Louis, so I think it's still really interesting. I also actually, in some ways, I kind of liked it more. I kind of liked having objectives.
Yeah.
Like, do this, do this, do this. I was like, yeah, okay. Like, in some way, it was almost better for me personally. But yeah, the campaign ends today, and
Thursday is 7 said, it's me, because it's Thursday and it's the 7.
it's worth a clap. I like it. Other things, I've got a vlog scheduled, I think. I'm scared that I didn't do it. I think I did. Pretty sure I did.
Well, you're going to do it right after breakfast stream.
Yeah,
if not.
I think, yeah, I don't have yesterday's done, but I have 2 days ago. I think that's done. Thank God, I don't know. And then, finally...
What? Tomorrow?
Yeah, tomorrow, Breath of the Wild.
Is that what you were trying to do?
Maybe. I don't know. My brain shut off. Breath of the Wild's tomorrow at 8. We've been going back into it and starting to get to the point where we're gonna, like, trying to wrap some stuff up.
Yeah.
It's actually gonna be kind of neat because we're going to start getting, like, stronger really quick. Because we'll be doing shrines. We'll be doing a lot of shrines.
Yeah,
so
we will.
our health bar will probably get really big. So that'll be tomorrow at 8. Okay. Finally then, I'll end on this. If you came in late, you may not have seen this. We're doing a new artist series throughout 2021 where we work with artists who are already making fan art. And we get their designs and we put them on stuff in the store. So the first... artist is Ochi Brochi. They designed this lovely illustration that we've called Heart of the Wild, and it's me and Mao in front of the little
Goddess statue.
This is available now. You can get it on StephenShop.com. It'll be available for the months of January and February, at which point it'll be retired, and we'll work with another artist to bring a different piece. So we'll always be swapping them out every 2 months. So if you like this, you can get it on a mug, on a shirt, on some various different things. So, yeah. The artist gets paid. I know it's spelled calm as if it was exposure portion. The artist gets paid. I went to art school also, so I know the plight of that, but also my wife is an artist. We got 11 months from Pickletron who says, I did it again. Is that 11? Again. Oh, I missed one. Again. Sorry. Trying to make sure I hit all of those.
All of those agains.
All of those. Yeah. And Mr. Deathkill says, is there a GTA Online on Saturday? I hope. I hope. We'll see. It's not out of my control. Dan's always got a lot going on. He knows that that's what we're aiming for. I don't have it in my possession yet. So it's a complicated edit.
Yeah, it is.
We'll see. Is tomorrow Friday?
Yes, today's
Okay.
Thursday.
I have a feeling I'll get it tomorrow. So, it's fun. Actually, it's got a bonus video with it too. We did GTA, and there was enough extra stuff that needed to be cut out to be a separate thing. That there's a separate bonus GTA video with it. It's good.
Yeah.
It's fun too because we haven't played in a while. Everyone was laughing very, very hard. Yeah. Oh, Princess Pika says, I'm having a hard time finding the mug in the shop. This is actually something I could probably ask folks before we head out. Because I had some other people mention this to me too, and I'm realizing it might be an issue. I have everything under just the design.
Yep.
So, like, if you click on the design, which has a shirt on it, if you click that, once you get to that page, all of the additional stuff is on that page. So, like, the mugs, the, like, hoodies. So you're choosing the design, and then you're choosing the thing. I had a few other people say, like, they wanted to get a Good Vibes mug, and they couldn't find the Good Vibes mug. And I'm like, maybe I should have
It
more...
the other way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was trying not to clutter up the storefront was my concern. But yeah, it's not perfect.
Mm-hmm.
It's not perfect. Can I get a goodbye smash? Maybe. I'll have to look into that. Yeah, I wish there was a better way to do it, but if I add every single product to the storefront page, then it'll be hard to find specific things.
Yeah.
So
Can you set the default photo?
I could set the
So-
default product.
I know, but I'm saying on Redbubble,
You can do it where it's literally just the design and not a picture of a shirt.
well, even with the products, like with the mugs,
Yeah.
it's like, do you want to show this view or this view or this view?
Yeah, I don't have that.
Okay.
I don't have that. You have a little more.
A little bit in some ways.
Yeah, it's not intuitive. It's a problem on the part of Teespring. I wish that they would,
Yeah.
fix that, because I've had a lot of people confused, and it's not great. Anyway, 30 bits from Joldre says, I was crazy once. They put me in a rubber room with rats. Rats make me crazy. I was crazy once. They put me in a rubber room with rats. Rats make me crazy. I was crazy once. They put me in a rubber room with rats. Rats make me crazy. Sorry to hear about your rats. With that, let's wrap up. Thank you all for being here. Hope you enjoy the Pikmin finale. Enjoy. Enjoy. Listen. Pikmin are going to die, and it's good that you go into it knowing that they will. And we beat the game. It's fine. It's fine. I'll see you tomorrow night.
Me too.
She'll see you too. Tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern. We'll jump back into the world of Breath of the Wild. Thank you, Cobalt! They don't drown! There's no water!